Hey guys, I'm just here to talk to you about the upcoming installment from Codemasters, F1 2011. It'll be their latest game in the F1 franchise, which started only last year for them with F1 2010. The game I found it pretty fun, however it had a lot of flaws. It wasn't until they released a patch where it improved quite a bit. However, from what I have heard, there's going to be some dramatic improvements for F1 2011. Number one, the introduction of a safety car. Many people were, I suppose, saddened by the lack of a safety car, and they feel that a safety car is going to add a bit more to their driving experience, which I think it will do. Obviously, there's going to be two new tracks with the addition of the inaugural Indian Grand Prix this year, and of course the Nürburgring, which is held biannually along with Hockenheim. So we would assume that this means Hockenheim's going to drop out of F1 2011, of course, for the Nürburgring. This is a big one. There's going to be an expanded and revamped paddock. That's in Codemasters' words themselves. So I'm not sure exactly what that entails, but I guess we'll wait and see. There's going to be... the game apparently is just going to be more cinematic, which is kind of cool. So new celebration and reaction cinematics. I think this is just more in general. The only sort of celebration you would see in F1 2011 was after you win the race, but I'm hoping there's going to be things such as champagne on the podium, things like that. So there's, just going to be more cutscenes and an enhanced media interaction system. So a lot of the time you just get asked the same questions and you have to give the same responses, so I think that's going to be better as well in career mode. The introduction of KERS and DRS. For those of you who don't actually follow F1, you just like to play the games, KERS is the kinetic energy recovery system, which is it's a regenerative brake basically, which allows you to store energy under braking and then release it at the flick of not a switch, but at the press of a button. It's good for an extra 60 kilowatts or about 80 bhp in the old language. And the DRS is the drag reduction system, which is a movable flap on the rear wing, which will eliminate drag. Well, won't eliminate it, but will reduce drag, allowing greater top straight line speed. And so basically going to be more involved in the cockpit. It's going to add to the driving experience, similar to that of a real F1 driver, which is obviously what we want in a racing simulated game. I'm not sure the quality of these, how well they've developed it there at Codemasters. However, I hope it's going to add a lot to the game. They've also improved handling. Main thing that they're saying is that there is a dramatic increase in mechanical grip. Greater mechanical grip basically means you are able to take slow corners a bit faster than what you would normally. So you'd really be able to get at those curves a bit better, brake a little bit later. So you won't have to brake at like 200 meters before the first corner in Monza like you used to in F1 2010. It's going to be a lot more realistic. And obviously improved AI. Didn't quite touch on that, but just generally smarter. I think it's just sort of basic upgrades with that. Now onto the online side of things, co-op championships, which is something that would be very exciting if you have a friend that plays F1 as well. Basically, it does exactly what you say. You can compete in a championship at the same time with a friend online, racing for the same team. So that'll be pretty fun if you set up your headsets, get a bit of team radio going, and I think that's a great idea from Codemasters. And also they have improved the online lobbies to include up to 16 players. You can also add an additional 8 AI if you want to simulate a full 24-man grid. I'm not sure how well that's going to go. I mean, I always found when I went online, I'd struggle to get a lobby with just 4 people. That could just be the part of the world I'm in. Could be a lot better in America, I'm not too sure. So anyway, that's the news that I know so far for F1 2011. It comes out in about a month, and when it does, I'll be sure to bring you plenty of gameplay and montage footage for you.